Hey Cloud Gamers, to celebrate Game of the Year edition of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt coming to GeForce Now via the GOG store, as well as a whole bunch of other The Witcher titles, do check out our GeForce Now news video for all of the titles that came to GeForce Now Thursday, including all those that are now available on the GOG store. This is the Steam version, which, although if you purchase the Game of the Year edition you still launch the normal version, but all the DLC is activated. So we thought we would dive in and have a look at The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt here and show you some of the gameplay. Now I've got a bit of an extra treat for you. I'm also going to show you the switching between devices. So this is actually on the PC version. For all three of these I'm going to be using the Xbox Series X controller. On PC I have it wireless here, and then after I've had a bit of a game of Gwent, and this game I really have not managed to figure out in the time that I've had playing this. But if you are into having little mini games and card games, especially if you're a fan of the Final Fantasy type series, then this is certainly a game that you're going to want to get into. However, I found it quite confusing to begin with, and probably not something I'd spend a lot of time on when there's so many different quests and other bits and pieces to look at. As I said, you're looking at the PC footage to begin with, and then we'll move over to mobile and then finally the Shield TV Pro. This is actually captured at 1080p. And it's just upscaled to 4K on my PC. So you'll also see a bit of a difference between the 1080 upscaled by a computer versus the 1080 upscaling via AI on the Shield TV Pro. So as we head off down here then on the horse, we're going to start up the phone. Obviously I can't control both at once, so this was in real time. So I've just gone onto the mobile app on a Pixel 4a device. Search for Witcher. So I can get to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and as soon as I select The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt here and click resume, see it already knows that I'm playing the game, so it's just going to say to resume and pull the game over to this screen. Now it seems to be hit and miss whether you get a network check on the mobile device, but I did get hit with a network check originally here on the Pixel 4a, even though I'm on the same Wi-Fi. But as soon as that's clear, it just takes over the game session and pulls you in to the game. You can see that I had this record audio thing as well, and as soon as I clicked that, it killed my session on the PC. So now I'm going to do the same thing but with the Shield TV Pro. Now I did play a little bit on mobile just to see what it was like, and because I was able to use the remote on the Shield TV Pro, I was able to just use one hand on the touchscreen here, and then I switched it to controls just to check the difference, and then switch over to the Shield TV Pro. Now I did find it a bit more difficult to find the game on Shield TV Pro. I thought it was going to show the game that I'd been playing recently, but that seems to be a bit hit and miss. But once again, after I'd run through a section on the phone, I then transferred it over to the Shield TV Pro. Playing on the mobile device was absolutely fine. I actually found the controls quite responsive, and seeing this on the smaller screen did show the quality quite nicely. You can see very clearly that the quality on the mobile device there is around the 1080, just compressed on the smaller screen. So as I stopped here, I then switched over to the Shield TV Pro, and you'll see that 4K upscaling in effect. Once again, it just took over my game session and I could pick up exactly where I left off. Now, this is where we see a bit of a difference with the AI upscaling on older games. So although the AI upscaling does work, it definitely looks like it over sharpens here, and the quality on the 4K here was not as high as I would expect once I'm looking at this back on a PC. On the TV you could tell it was being upscaled, but it was not this blurry. If you're looking on a smaller screen, then you'll probably see the details quite nicely. So we're going to get into some combat here. Combat wise, the game is very well done. I can see why there's so much following for The Witcher 3 and why it was so anticipated with CD Projekt Red, and why people wanted the GOG versions, because obviously if you've purchased it there before, you just want to be able to play them on GeForce Now. With The Witcher 3 and a bunch of other titles coming to GeForce Now from the GOG store, hopefully this means that their partnership in future is going to mean that more and more of those games do come across. As I said, it's not just The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, there's a whole bunch of other games. Do check out our GeForce Now news video, it's in the description below. One thing to note is it's very easy to die. There's no edge grabbing here, so you do need to be careful when you're running around. I'll leave you with a bit more of the combat gameplay here with some monsters and also some other people and one of the side quests. Let me know what you think and whether you'll be playing on GeForce NOW, Shield TV or mobile, and whether you're going to be diving into The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt anytime soon. Thanks for watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, stay up to date with all things cloud gaming, and we will see you next time.
Gotta get him out of here. Wake up.